So this video is about the main things that I have noticed from being a speed dating host for the last 4 years. Speed dating attracts all different types of people. There is not a type of person that comes speed dating. I have seen all walks of life come through that speed dating door. So I've seen very quirky characters. I've seen some very confident people, some very, a load of really attractive people. And, it's not just for people who can't get a date. It's actually for people who want to meet someone. It's a real big mix of people in one room, and that's what makes it really fun. Men do what they say they're going to do. So on a night, I'll have, say, a list of 10 women and 10 men. Those 10 men are more likely to turn up than those 10 women. So once men book to something, they tend to do it. And it's more likely that a woman may become a bit nervous on the night and then not attend. Another thing about men are more likely to be polite and friendly to every single person that they're dating. Women, on the other hand, now this isn't generally speaking, I'm only speaking for maybe 5% of women that have done this, but women, compared to men, women can reject a man simply by what he looks like. So I've had it where a guy comes to a woman's table and she decides she doesn't like the look of him, so she will ignore him, or she'll leave, go to the toilet, get another drink, and not even speak to this man. And I've also had it where women will take a look around the room at the beginning of the night and decide that there's nobody there that's good looking enough for them, and they just leave the event completely. So I've never seen a man do this. I've only seen women do this. But as I say, it's not the majority of women. The majority of women are very polite and friendly and will chat to anyone. But as I say, 5% of the women that I've seen have done this. But I've never seen a man do it. And the next thing is men tend to come by themselves. They don't bring any friends along with them, generally speaking, and women will be more likely to come in a group. So they might just bring one friend, or they'll bring 3 friends, 4 friends, or 5 friends, even 6 friends has happened before. So men, when I've spoke to them, they've said that they wouldn't like their friend to come with them because they're quite likely to take the mick out of them or show them up in front of a potential date. But women, on the other hand, like to come with a team, a bit of moral support, and it helps them suss out the men a little bit more. If one of them likes one of them, the other friends can say, oh yes, I think he'd be really good with you, because they're looking out for each other, which is really nice. So I will only see this happening with women, that they'll come in a big group of their friends. And another thing I've noticed, when a woman likes a man, the stereotypical thing is that people say that she'll flick her hair. It's not that she flicks her hair, it's that she will move about. So she'll change her position that she's sat in, she'll change her posture, she'll change the angle that he can see her at, and she'll move a bit more. And that's because, I think, and this is just my own point of view, is that she's consciously aware that she's attracted to this guy, and she wants to make sure that he's attracted to her, so she wants to make sure that she's at the right angle. So I suppose she's a bit more self-conscious, and she'll move a bit about. She's moving about, she's sort of dancing a little bit more because she is attracted to the man. I've also noticed that she's more likely to raise her voice pitch, and when she's not attracted to a man, she's going to have much more slower movements or less movements. She might even be sat a bit slouched, sort of leaning down, not like elevating herself. And she probably speaks more with a lower tone when she's not attracted to the man. And the next thing, following on from that, people love the excuse to talk to people. So in the bar that we'll host the speed dating events in, if all of those people were there just at the bar and they weren't speed dating, they wouldn't speak to each other. It's only because we're at speed dating that you're sort of given permission to, speak to each other. From speaking to customers, I've noticed that many people don't approach people anymore in bars or just, day to day. So the opportunity to come to speed dating where you're allowed to speak to each other, people sort of jump at the chance. And we are very social creatures. And for some, I can think of a few different reasons, but I don't want to get too political about it. But why men aren't approaching women right now, that's maybe a video for another day. But if men did do that, they're going to really stand out. So that's a top tip if you are a man listening to this right now. You should approach women because nobody's doing it now. So you will stand out to that woman, and it'll show that you're very masculine and very confident, and she'll feel special that you've picked her out to speak to, and it'll go well in your favour. The next point, in the fact that we are social creatures, people want to come to speed dating again and again. So I've had it where people might turn up on the night and be like, oh, I didn't even want to come, my friends just made us come, like this is not my sort of thing, this is really embarrassing, this is awkward, I can't believe I'm doing this. But then by the end of it, they were like, actually, that was really good fun, and I'd definitely do that again. Yeah, it was dead good. So I've seen it where people come to the events again and again. They just like meeting people, they even enjoy meeting people that they're not necessarily attracted to. They just like the whole fact that you're just chatting to somebody brand new and it's fun. People really, really like it. So following on from that, it gives people a little bit of a boost to come speed dating. I suppose you're practicing your flirting skills a little bit, you're spending time with the opposite sex, and this releases chemicals in our bodies, oxytocin, pheromones for women, I forgot what it is for men, but it generally is a healthy thing to do. It boosts people, it relieves stress, makes people feel good, and it's just fun. So it's kind of like a hobby to some people. Apparently there's something called speed dating addiction, but I'm not convinced that that's really a thing. But yeah, people generally have a nice positive experience, so come again. The next thing I've noticed is men are more likely to like multiple women. So when they go on the matching service afterwards, they'll take 5, 6, 7 women. But women, on the other hand, are more likely to be more selective, or more likely to just select one male that they want to date, maybe 2, but generally speaking, they don't pick multiple men. I've never seen it actually where a woman's picked all the men that attended. So women are more selective.